Recently, have you been getting denied for new credit cards due to you having no to low credit profile or because you're rebuilding your credit? Well, in this video, I want to talk about two ways to increase your credit score while strengthening your credit profile. Let's get into it. So if you have a thin profile or you are rebuilding your credit, sometimes it can be hard to apply for new credit cards. And so I think that if you could either one, get a secure credit card or two, get a pledge loan, this could most definitely help to increase your credit score while strengthening your credit profile. Now, one, it can help because it's going to be helping your payment history, your credit card utilization, and your credit mix, while it's going to be reporting to all three credit bureaus. Now, the first thing that I would do is I would pull my credit score and my credit profile to see where my starting point is. Because especially if you have a thin profile, you really want to see like what's reporting on your credit profile first. But then if you are rebuilding your credit, what is it reporting? So how is my payment history, my credit card utilization, my new credit, my credit mix, and my length of credit? How is that looking? And if it is my credit mix, my payment history, and my credit utilization, then I totally think by either getting a pledge loan or a secured credit card will definitely help to increase your credit score or strengthen your credit profile. So you can do this one or two ways. So one, you can start with a secured credit card. And so one, you can try the Discover It, or two, you can get the Navy Federal In Rewards card. And one, you're going to have to fund this yourself. So I think that if you do a budget, this is going to help for you to be able to see, well, how much money do I have to be able to fund this secure credit card? Because you want to know how much money do you have coming in compared to going out, and then how much extra do you have? Because the only thing is, when you are funding these, either the pledge loan or the secure credit card, do you have money that you could, 500 or 1,000 that I could fund this credit card or this pledge loan, and it's not going to hurt my pockets? Because especially with the secured credit card, you're going to be putting $500 to $1,000 on the secured credit card, but then you're going to be using the credit card for all your purchases, but then you got to pay that credit card off so that it can help your payment history, your credit utilization, and your length of credit. And so sometimes that can be hard. So that's why it's going to be important to do the budget so you can see, well, what's going on. Now, the downside to getting a secured credit card is, I guess, one, funding it yourself, but then two, keeping that card for a certain period of time before it can graduate. So I know for sure with the Navy Federal In Rewards card, usually you can keep that card about 6 months, especially if you're getting a good payment history and credit utilization. Then within that 6 months, you can get that to graduate to the Navy Federal Cash Rewards card. And then with the Discover It, when you starting with the secured, then you can graduate that, I would say, usually within 12 months to a unsecured credit card. So I would say, one, funding it could be a downside, but then two, just, waiting for it to graduate within, that time. So that's why I think that it's very important to, do your budget and know that you can set aside that amount of money. And, I think that it's best to start with maybe 500 to 1,000. But if you can only start with $250, I think that that's the way to go. Start where you can. And then next, with the Navy Federal Pledge Loan, because I've been getting quite a few comments about the pledge loan, and I have talked about this in the past. And I think by getting the pledge loan, it's really good because this is going to help with the credit mix, especially if you don't have any installment loans on your credit profile. This is going to help with your credit mix. And I had recently had somebody to put a comment where they were stating that they had got a pledge loan for 24 months. Now, they didn't say how much they had, put down for the pledge loan, but they did pay it down 91%. And I think that that's really good because I think that the longer terms are better. So, with the Navy Federal Pledge Loan, I think you really have to put $1,000 to $3,000 down for it to be 24 to maybe 36 months. But in my opinion, that's better so that you can get a little bit of a longer term. And that's going to help with your payment history and your credit mix. And so that's really good. And it's even going to help with your credit card utilization. But you'll have to let me know, how much do you think is best to put on any of the secured, it could be the secured credit card or even by doing the pledge loan? Because I had actually had Dr. Green, and he's over on the financial literacy channel. He had put a comment maybe about a month ago asking me, well, how did I feel about putting large sums of money on secured loans or credit cards? And I was just like, 25,000 on a secured loan is a lot of money. But let's say if you're doing it for a business or something like that, I think overall that might be okay. But if you're just trying to improve your personal credit, I think that, you really want to start where you can. And so that's why I think it's important by pulling your credit profile to kind of see where you're at. But anywhere between 1,000 and, let's say if you are doing the pledge loan, 3,000 or 5,000, I think that that's where is a good sweet spot. So I don't necessarily think that you have to put $25,000 down, but you really have to look at your situation to see what's going to work best for you. Overall, I think by getting a pledge loan or a secured credit card, it can most definitely help to build your credit or rebuild your credit, because it's going to be helping your payment history, your credit card utilization, and your credit mix. I hope that this video has been helpful. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and turn your notification bell on so you'll be notified when new content drops. I thank you so much for watching. Until next time. You're looking for a way to keep track of your monthly budget? Well, check out my 2025 digital budget planner. I posted it on my Etsy shop. You can go into the description and click on the link. In the budget, you have goal setting, you have a monthly budget, a debt repayment, you have a savings tracker. So check out the 2025 digital budget planner on my Etsy shop. It's not a game.